Hi, Twyla. How are you this evening?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good.
I wanted
Glad.
to ask you really quick. I
I'm
want
sorry.
I wanted to ask you really quick.
Sure.
What do you do to keep your teeth so white?
Well, um, my real personal secret, I have like permanent dentures.
Oh, okay. Well, they did a great job. Let me just say, kudos to them. Okay?
I went all the way
Spectacular.
to Arizona. My
Okay.
dentist was in Arizona. So,
All
and
right.
I've had them now for I think I did it for my 65th birthday.
Okay. Well, it was worth the flight, or she, or whoever. They did
Thank you
a
so much.
phenomenal job. Yes. All right.
Thank
Well,
you. I really appreciate that because I have to tell you, I think it costs enough. So I'm glad they're still working.
listen, you got a good return on your investment,
That's right.
okay?
Oh, yep. So how's your week been?
It's been good. It's been busy. I had to I took a Mandarin class before and I had to get something from the grocery store. And then I'm running, then I have another call after this call. So, yeah, I've been busy. Hobbies. It's all like hobbies,
Okay.
things I enjoy, things I love to do, but
And that's excellent. That's really, really good.
yeah. Yeah, I can't really complain. I was looking at the are you going on the Halloween cruise with what oh gosh, when am I drawing a blank?
You're
One of your
not
best
talking about
friends
Teresa.
with Teresa. Are you doing the Halloween cruise with her?
Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't. We talk all the time, and so I don't know. I kind of help her out when I can, and I haven't made, let me put it this way, I haven't made a firm decision.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
going. So I'll
Oh,
if you
cool.
do go,
Okay.
I'll see you there because it's on the West Coast. I mean, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump down to
Right.
what port we're gonna sail out of, but it's not far from me.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
How was your week?
It's actually been, I have to think about it. But it's
Yeah.
actually been pretty good. Like you said, a lot of things going on. And at this point in my life, I am just rolling with it and enjoying each day. So, yeah, it's nothing to complain about at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you still one of my like I have a bunch of role models that are older than me, living life the way that I want to live it when I get that age. So you're still, definitely on my Grammy, what is that? That my award shelf where you have all your Grammys or all your awards and stuff. You have there's another woman in Atlanta. I follow her. Well, I'm not on social media a lot, but she's a gym owner. I think she's in her either late 60s or 70s. Um,
Okay.
Same as she owns a gym and um of
Is
course
she the lady that works out with her daughter? I think
Mhm.
it is. I
Yeah.
know who you're, I don't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. Her, Ernestine Shepherd, and I
yes.
have the 90-year-old, she's a gymnast. She still does gym work. Yeah, so I have like a my collection because that's what I had a vision when I was a kid of what being older looked like, and it's nothing like I am now at 50.
That's right. That's
So
right.
I was like, okay, because I need to change what I need to change even though I'm that age now. I'm still, yeah,
How old are you now, Twyla?
I'm 55.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So when I was a kid and I was like, oh, 50, 50, 55. Oh, I'm gonna be walking like this and like, help me, young man, please help. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. And what you're saying really goes right into our joy span. which will be starting this evening. And I also wanted to say the people that's on your shelf are also on my shelf. I admire them as well.
Yeah.
They keep me going, so I feel honored to be on your shelf. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes, for
yeah,
sure. You were the
yeah.
first one that I met who yeah, like when you had just I don't, you've been playing basketball for a while, which just that alone just blew my mind. And then even all the other things you told me about the Amtrak thing, like you did
Yes.
the Amtrak thing for a while. Like I was just like, you know what? It's not. It's so much to do, so much opportunity, so much fun to be had. It just opened up my world, especially the basketball thing, because I wanted to play basketball since I was a kid, and it was just like just my whole world opened up. So I thank you for that again.
Oh, my pleasure. And I have to, I just really, you don't know how through the years I've carried because I thought, I'm just doing what I do. How can I mentor someone?
Just by doing
And
what you do. Yeah.
yeah, and I just felt bad that I just didn't really at least follow up with you. I just didn't. I said, I didn't know how to do it. Let me put it that way.
Oh, follow up with me? To just reach out, resume
The
the conversation,
mentoring,
understand
yeah,
how that looks
right,
like.
right, right. And that has been because you see, I remembered immediately once we started talking.
Hmm. Yeah. That's interesting. I get maybe that was the term mentor may have too much um not weight or not luggage or too it might imply too much. You know what I mean? Baggage. That word might have too much baggage on it. Because really,
Mhm.
for me, all it meant was, how do you find these things to do? And how do it was more along that line of just basically watching what you do and how you do it. Um,
Now, see, if we had had that conversation back then, I would have felt more open. But I agree with you. I think the word mentor had a little bit too much weight for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you're doing exceptionally well, so that's good.
Thank you.
Very, very proud and glad to know I'm still a part of that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hi, Arnita. Glad you logged in.
Hello,
Hey,
yes, I'm in.
okay, thank you. Hey, Phyllis, good to see you. Well,
Hey,
at least,
hey, Carolyn.
hi.
I was doing something, so had my phone in my hand, so I'm trying to find my computer now. So
Okay, okay,
and then go get on my computer. So
okay. Well, I know that Anne will not make it, and um, Sonia said she's in another meeting, so if it's not too late, she would come. So I am actually going to get started. Did it tell you that the session is being recorded?
yes, it did.
Okay, good, good. Well, I always like to start with well, let me regroup for just a moment and say, welcome, Becoming a Better You coaching session. And we will be talking about JOYSpan this evening. We have completed the first domain, which was health span, which was the most robust domain. And there were 5 different pillars within health span. So now we're going into actually session 6, and we will be covering joy span, of which there are 3 pillars in joy span. And the first one is compassion, caring, and confidence. But before we get into it, what I would like to do is have you share with me what it is you've been working on for the week. Because we do know, and I'm sure all of you know, no doubt as well, that our action plan is how we work toward becoming our better self. And this is something for you to continue, not just during the coaching session, but for you to just make it your lifelong habit plan or whatever. And I say habits, it just becomes a part of your lifestyle. That's probably a better way to describe it. Whatever you do, that as you envision yourself, your future self, this is what you're working toward to becoming your best self. So, with that said, who is going to go first with their action plan? It doesn't have to be anything grandiose, just something to show that you're working toward how you envision yourself in the future. So, who would like to go first? Don't everybody speak at once.
I can go. This is Phyllis.
Okay,
So,
Phyllis.
like last week, like I was telling you, I was kind of forced to clean out my refrigerator and my cabinets, um, because there was some work going on in my kitchen. And so, um, in reopening my kitchen, and it's not all the work is not completed yet, so I haven't fully reopened, but I'm just not buying any meat. I'm not buying any dairy. I'm buying fruits and vegetables. Um, I'm substituting the meals that I am getting are meatless. Like I love the Sam's Club has this Mediterranean salad with pasta and kale, and it does have some dairy because there's like a feta cheese in it, but it's really, really good. So that's been like the bulk of what I've been eating. I love that. I can have that every single day. So
Excellent.
I'm just trying to just incorporate foods in my diet that I plan to move forward with eating. And, you know, the thing about it, so if you're shopping, you just don't buy I just don't buy the other stuff anymore. It's not like I have it in my house. So it's not like I can say, well, this is what I have, this is what I'm going to eat. I just buy what I say I'm going to eat. And so that has made it a lot easier, I think, to kind of jumpstart the the healthy diet part of the plan for me.
Phyllis, that is absolutely outstanding, and you deserve a hand. You're doing really, really, really good. Very proud of your progress. And even though you say there's little cheese, you're still going through your transition. So
Yeah.
that's okay because it's still, correct me if I'm wrong, a big step from where you were. So, don't let that bother you at all, which I don't think it is, but you're doing an outstanding job. So, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Twyla, do you want to share?
If possible, can you come back to me? I just need to take care of something real quick. I'm
Oh,
listening, but I can't speak right now.
okay, okay,
Okay.
that's fine. And I know, Arnita, you said you wanted to be kind of quiet tonight. Um, am I going to pass on you this evening? Because I know that you are doing all of your healthy eating and all of the other good stuff. So are we going to pass or will we hear from you this evening?
Well, I was just listening to Phyllis. She said she bought the kale salad, Mediterranean salad at Costco's or Sam's Club. Well, I had heard
Mhm.
about that salad, and actually, you can make it on your own. And I did so from our family gathering, and it was delicious. And they ate it. They didn't know it was plant based, but I left out the cheese. So the ingredients, I have the recipe. I can send to Carolyn, and she can forward it to you. But you can make it on your own.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I would like that.
Right.
And
And
and that's I was just
I
going to
had
say,
earlier.
let me just say this, Arnita. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I just
Mhm,
wanted to
mhm.
say that's what I like about being open and sharing because we can share. And also, Phyllis, there's no doubt you'll find making it yourself will be a lot cheaper than whatever you're paying for it. So
Yes, that's true.
go on, Arnita. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, I was just going to mention that I'm kind of laying low tonight because I have a headache for the last 2 days, and I think it was because I added too much spice to my spaghetti. But I added chili powder and Sazon powder, and I believe that's what caused my headache to start 2 days ago. So that's why I'm kind of laying low tonight. But just to say that when we're making dishes on our own, we do have to watch the amount of spices we're putting in because spices can affect your blood pressure. And now, so I'm just trying to get over this headache and try to get my blood pressure back down.
Oh, okay, well, glad you joined. And also, something else that I would like to piggyback on what you just shared, and that is paying attention to what we're eating, putting in our body, and paying attention to how we feel. Because once you really pay attention to what you're eating, and exactly what you did, Arnita. You know what possibly is causing it. So if you were just eating out all the time and not really paying attention to what you were eating, you may not have been able to pinpoint why you have the headaches. So that's another lesson I believe to be learned from there's always something positive to come out of whatever we're doing. So thank you for
Exactly.
sharing.
Exactly.
And since Twyla's a little busy right now, I will share because I'm still doing my becoming a better me as well. So what I have been doing is getting out more. I was slouching a little bit as far as getting outdoors and walking. And we've just had great weather here in the Atlanta area. And I have purposely gone out to the Silver Common Trail and do my 5 miles. I hadn't done it in a while, and I actually thought, oh my, how am I going to feel when I finish these 5 miles? But because I have been eating my whole food plant-based, I really felt good. It didn't bother me at all. So I was very pleased that I did make that effort. And as far as my specifics and my action plan, I did it 3 out of the 5 days. That was my minimum. So I am working on me just like you are. Okay, Twyla, are you ready?
I'm ready. I was looking for my notebook to, I was keeping my notes in. So I guess for me, it's because I had started doing the workout in the house thing. But then I slacked off on that. But then I started just saying, okay, as long as I can get out every day and walk every day. And I thought 10,000 steps was being too optimistic, but to hear you do 5 miles a day, I'm like, ooh. But I was just like, you know what? If I could just average 5,000 steps a week, then that is a good, I'm doing well. I'm okay with that. And so that's what I've managed to average over the last couple of weeks is a minimum of 5,000 steps a day. So I'm very happy about that.
That's very, very good. And I also like the point that you're starting, so you start wherever you are. Don't worry about doing the full 10,000 because whatever you're doing, no doubt is better than what you had been. So that works out fine. So
Mm.
happy to hear that. Happy for you. And you don't compare yourself. I've been walking for many, many years. So the 5 miles, I tell myself, well, maybe I'll just do three, but I get out there and I end up doing the five anyway. And one of the things that I do that helps me, no doubt. That's when I'm walking, and I actually prefer to walk alone, but I listen to my audiobooks. And I can remember, oh, this was probably last year or so, I was listening to one of the audiobooks, and it was so interesting. I didn't want to stop at 5 miles. I wanted to hear the rest. But it's the same thing when you walk with someone. I had one of the ladies that walked with me, this was some time ago, and she said that her doctor told her, she should get up and get out and walk every day. And she said, I can't even walk across the room, the living room, without getting winded. How can I walk 30 minutes or whatever it was a day? So she walked with us, and this takes us into the connections part. But because she was walking with someone, and talking to them, she ended up being out for more than 45 minutes and didn't even realize it. So, whatever it takes that you're comfortable with, if it's listening to an audiobook, if you're walking with someone, planning your day, whatever it may be, and know that you're growing because a part of JOYSpan is also growth. So just keep all of that in mind. And I wanted to actually give the definition of JOYSpan. We know that health span is basically the part of our life is to how healthy we are, health span. And that's the foundation that I've said before, because without our health, we just don't have basically anything else. We can't go anywhere else with that. So joy span is how those years we may be healthy, but are we enjoying our life? And Twyla, I think you told me earlier that what you're doing now are things that you really enjoy. So joy is beyond, it's much deeper than just being happy, because being happy can come and go, depending upon your circumstances or if you're with someone else. But your joy comes from your inner self. What is it that's really putting a smile on your face or keeping you going? And Twyla, like I said, from what you shared with me, that's exactly what you're doing. So kudos to you.
Thank
You're
you.
always there, and that's what, we have to be what can I say, compassionate with ourselves. We have to be true to ourselves. Exactly what is it that puts a smile on our face? And that means even if we're going through challenging times, maybe you helped someone, and you're going personally through some challenging times, but that inner joy puts a smile on your face. And like I said, that comes from within. So that's where our joy span comes in, as well as being compassionate with ourselves. So many times we reach out and we're compassionate with others, but we have to be compassionate and understanding and patient with ourselves. And Phyllis, when you acknowledge that I said, don't worry about the cheese that's on your salad, that small stuff, you're still moving forward. So just keep that in mind. And in time, you'll have your salad without the cheese, and that's good. But if that's a part of your transition, that's okay. Did you want to say something, Phyllis?
No, no, no. I
Okay. Okay. And I will share one of my experiences with that transition. But I used to love me some chicken drumettes, right? And I would I'd stay away from them, but if I didn't have them at home, but if I was out to an event or whatever it was, I would at least have one. I just have to have one. And after a while, I had gone so long without it when I finally, because fried chicken still smells good. So I was out and I hadn't eaten any in a while, and I had one, and it did not taste as good as I remembered. So I was eventually able to wean off of that. So we just have to start where we are, not beat ourselves up, and just accept it. And I always say it's our mindset and also the why. Why was I not eating, or I didn't want to eat the chicken wings? Because I knew that I'll share this other story with you. I had had um, colonics. And that's when they actually go in, and it's like a best way to describe it, it's like a super enema. They actually clean you out. And I went out to an event afterwards and I had a chicken drumette. I kid you not. They say we have 6 feet of our intestine. I could feel it going through the whole 6 feet. 6 feet. I was so clean, I could just feel it going all the way through. So, needless to say, I paid for that one. But my point is, we can still, you don't want to deprive yourself. Let me rephrase it that way. You don't want to deprive yourself, but you want to replace whatever it is, because it's somewhat human nature. When we deprive, we have a tendency to go on a binge and want it that much more. So, whatever you plan on doing, just replace it and don't just take it away. And if there comes a time that you feel like you want to try it, or you just have a taste for it, go ahead. go ahead and get it. That one time isn't going to kill you. It didn't kill you through the years. So whatever it is going to be okay. So be compassionate with yourself. Don't beat yourself up and just continue on. Any comments or anything anyone would like to share? Okay. Another part of JOYSpan is growing. We want to have an emotional sense of growing, and that is just learning something, whatever it is. Just we want to grow in our emotional health, our physical health. We just want to have that growth and be grateful for wherever we are. And if you'll recall, I continue to iterate that if we just do a little bit at a time, once a day, once a week, just imagine where you'll be by the end of the year. If you do something, and I'll just use this as an example, there are 52 weeks in the year. So if you are improving by 1% just once a week, then by the end of the year, you should be more than 50% toward your goal. And that's just 1%. So just imagine as you grow where you will end up, how you will just become that better you. And that, of course, is without comparing yourself to anyone. This is your authentic self, wherever you want to be, how you see yourself. And that's one of the whys and the mindset that you want to keep so you can make better choices as you're going through your daily or your routine, whatever it is you happen to be doing. Does that make sense to you? Yes? Okay. Good, good. And as we are making these changes, we want to be able to adapt to them. We want them to be able to become a natural part of our life. So we're going through an adaptation to whatever it is we're doing. And yes, initially we have to put forth a little effort toward that, but in time, it will just become a part of what you do. It may sound simple, and it really is, but just know that you will be adapting to your new normal, as people say, your new lifestyle. And when you look back, you will feel so, so much better for it. Uh, I think, Rob, you just joined us. Good. Good to see you. We just completed our um, geez, I shouldn't say a senior moment, but our action plans. So, would you like to share with us? Did you go shopping and find tofu, or did you cook your greens without the turkey meat?
I have done, I have ordered tofu. I've ordered some sesame dressing that's from I guess Bragg's that's not without any oil. I've actually had uh I think salads every day. Still haven't let go of all of my meat. By the way, let me just cut on my camera just so you guys as a so I'm actually I'm in a pretty good place as far as my action items are concerned. I still need to, I I want to try that Bing chili that you put out there last week. And so that's one of the things I want to try this weekend, if at all possible. So that's my action item for going forth.
Very good, very good. Glad to hear that you're moving forward as
Right.
well. So
Yeah, and
that's
I've been drinking a lot more water. Been drinking a lot of, and I've been putting tea bags in there in the water. And so that's really as opposed to drinking a lot of juices and things of that nature.
what kind of tea, Rob?
Like hibiscus tea,
Okay,
things
very
like this.
good.
Just a regular tea bag, not any, no sugar, no honey, none of no other ingredients other than the tea bag itself,
Excellent,
like
excellent.
lemon, ginger, things like that.
Okay, excellent. I am so happy, everyone. I just feel so good when I can hear and see that you're actually moving forward and doing little things. And in time, you will actually start feeling the difference. There's no question about it. And Rob, I wanted to say to you, I did a food demo last night for the Morehouse group. The
I saw you.
Oh, okay.
I was online. I think I sent you a message through chat, but you probably had so many, so you probably didn't recognize me.
No, as a matter of fact, when I'm doing the demos, I never see the chat. So I don't know what people are saying. I just say to myself, I hope I'm doing a good job because I don't know what anyone is saying. But the point I wanted to make, salad is good. When I first started, I ate a lot of kale. Kale was my go-to. And in time, you're going to get tired. And Phyllis, I'll say this to you as well. You'll kind of get tired of having salad all the time. Yes, it's good, and you're going through it. You can eventually have it as a side. But look at some of the other recipes because that um, black bean chili was a super easy recipe. And I just happened to make homemade salsa with it. But you can buy a salsa and put in there. And,
Yeah. By the way, make sure you put in your cornbread recipe
yes.
and put that for here. And also, uh, what type of kale salads do you make or have you made? Because kale by itself is like pretty blah. But I guess if you put like mandarin oranges in it or something like that, maybe.
And I will say, whatever it is that you like, if it's the mandarin orange, I used a lot of cranberries, the dried cranberries. I used to put
You
frozen.
mean I can eat dried cranberries?
Yeah, I know they have sugar on them, but that's okay. That's okay. You can have that. I shouldn't say used to, I still do. I would just pack my salads up so it would be a real robust meal. And I use slithered almonds in it. Sometimes I use the cranberries or the raisins, the onions. I started putting bell peppers, and I love if you follow the concept of eating the rainbow, having all of the different colors in your food because I think you'll find if it's colorful, it just seems to taste a little better because it looks so good. So in your salads, you can, even when you purchase the salads, Phyllis, you may want to add, I used the various bell peppers, purple onions. I personally like purple onions as opposed to the white or the yellow onions because generally, when you have the deeper color in what it is you're eating, it has the nutrients are a little more dense. So just pay attention to those little tweaks that you can make when you're eating. And I got to the point, Rob, that I would also maybe add chickpeas or black beans
Hmm.
to them. So whatever you like, you asked about the mandarin orange, whatever you think you like that's going to make you eat that salad along with the kale or whatever it is you're eating. One thing about kale, it has a tendency to be a little, I don't want to use the word tough, but a little chewy. So you want to maybe massage that a little bit with your lemon juice or something, and it won't be quite as tough to eat.
And
Okay.
I'm not a big salad person, so I like that Mediterranean salad that I was telling you about, but I prefer things like kale. I make soup out of it. So I'll do like a kale potato soup or um what else do I put kale in? Sometimes I chop up kale and spinach and I saute it with some garlic and in vegetable broth and I put it over like quinoa or something like that. So I
That's
kind of like
excellent.
cook vegetables as opposed to salad.
Okay, and that's excellent. That's excellent. So do that. You don't want to just wear yourself out with salads all the time.
Yeah.
So if you need to cook it or however you want to do it, that's excellent. And I when I do my cooking demos, I always suggest make it your own, become your own gourmet chef. Whatever it is you like, add it to it. And one thing, and I know some time ago it happened to me, I made a big pot of beans or something, I don't know what it was, but I put all these seasonings in it and they didn't quite taste the way I wanted them to. But because I knew what was in it, I knew that it was healthy for me because I don't throw food away. So I did eat it, but maybe with some quinoa or some rice to help with that taste. So when you prepare your own food, try different seasoning, try putting things together. And you'll see, we talked about the soy curl. Put soy curls in it if you want something that's a little more chewy. So there are just so many things. When you have a recipe, just use that recipe as a base, and then you build upon it yourself. So don't feel like you have to follow it exactly the way it has been shown.
I
By
have
the
two
way, I did
questions.
Pardon me?
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Robert. You
No,
got the floor.
I was going to actually just say that I have some tofu, but I need to come up with some tofu recipes or whatever. So if you could put some in the
Okay.
yeah
And
when
I think tofu scramble is always a good one to start with because you can build upon it, put a lot of stuff in there. So I'll send that out. And I also, as a matter of fact, the editing, I'm still editing last week, but I added, if you'll recall, Arnita said she had chicken and waffles. Remember that? But the chicken part was from the tofu. So I've added those pictures in there and I'll be adding some recipes as well. Twyla?
Okay, two quick things. Once, I think Robert mentioned a cornbread recipe, and I'm assuming if you made it, it doesn't have any kind of animal product in it. Can
That's
you share
correct.
that? Can you share that with us?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And the cooking demos, where is that on like YouTube or somewhere? How do we get access to those?
Well, I don't know if you'll recall, I do the cooking demos for the Morehouse Optimal Health workshop. So, and they record them. I don't have a copy of that,
Where did
but
you see that at, Robert? He said he saw
no,
you. He saw.
I had sent it out, so I'll send it out again.
Oh, was it a link to the some of the resources that you sent out? Okay, I
Yes,
got it. I got
yes,
it.
yes,
Thank
They
you.
they have a session every Wednesday, what 6 to 8 or something like that.
that's correct.
And then they
Okay.
have a variety of different people. One, they talk about the pros and cons of whole food, plant-based. And then likewise, they do several videos, and they have a couple of guy on last week was a exercise type person, and Carolyn was on this week, and I think they a variety of different people come on.
Okay. Thank
Yes.
you. I didn't realize it was a live. Like, I didn't realize that's how it worked. I'll go back and
Um,
find that. There's no need to resend it. Thank
And
you.
one of the things I suggest is even if you can't, because it's a 12-week workshop, even if you can't make them all, they will get on, if you register, you'll be on the list, so you'll get notifications. And they're still in the process, even though they record the sessions, they're still in the process of getting them on their website, so you'll be able to go in. And even though it's whole food plant-based, they talk about a whole lifestyle because it's Morehouse's lifestyle clinic. So they talk about almost every aspect of the lifestyle. You agree, Rob?
Definitely.
Yes. And Phyllis, I think you've been on, haven't you?
Yes, I have been on. The last time you did a cooking demonstration, I went on, and they do give a lot of information. Some of it I've heard before, some of it contradicted some of the information that I heard before. I think I mentioned that to you
Yes.
after the last time, and I couldn't remember exactly what it was that was said, but now I remember. She was talking about cooking with ghee and clarified butter. And I had been in other health food classes where they recommend that you cook with ghee. And when she said that's the worst possible thing you could cook with, I had to go back and do some research on it to see exactly what it was. And the research holds up. So sometimes, even when you're getting information and you get information from different sources and it sounds reliable, you really, really do have to go back and do your own research a lot of times to see if it pans out because, I don't know why. I don't know, but it really pays to do your own research as well.
I absolutely agree with you. And one of the things I'd like to share with you is when you're looking for research or doing your own research, I should say, try Google Scholar. That's where they have most of the research studies and the reviews and what have you. So consider when you're doing, I'll say, serious research or even not so serious, try Google Scholar and always consider your source. And when you use Google Scholar, that's where you can really the sources have more credibility, let me put it that way, because when you just Google something, you can't always depend on the information that you get. because a lot of it is marketing and they're trying to sell their product or whatever it may be. So just be a little skeptical and careful when you're doing your Google research. And one of the websites that I plan on sending out to you is Nutrition Facts, and that is with Dr. Michael Greger. And that's who Dr. Rook uses a lot. And with Dr. Greger, he doesn't accept any corporate money or anything. He started Nutrition Facts in honor of his grandmother, and he just wants to get information out. His story is very good. I will also be sending you the link to How Not to Die, which is a documentary that he did 10 years ago, and it's still quite relevant. So, just trying to share as much information. You don't have to just take my word, or if you want to go back and check on what I have shared with you, but consider your source. And if there is an alternative motive behind what they're trying to get you, and I'll just say this, then I'll move on from it. But I think his name is Dr. Gundry or Grundry or something. He just pops up all over the place and he's always selling something. So people are always selling something to get you to buy their product, particularly as it comes to what you're eating and your health. The thing that I like about what Dr. Rook teaches, as well as Michael Greger, and that is we can really get all of the nutrients we need from our food. But the food has deteriorated so much that the nutrients aren't always there. That's why you'll hear people say whole food, plant-based, because we want the food the way nature actually presents it. And that's with the non-GMO, without the genetically modified organisms and all that as well. They have, when you see, I'll be sending the link out to How Not to Die. And when you see that, you will see how people have actually, and researchers, how they have actually cured themselves from whatever ailments. We have lifestyle ailments and diseases that we can, in fact, cure ourselves of if we just eat better. It's what we're putting in our bodies that make the difference, and not just what we're eating and how it affects us physically and with diseases, but it also has a lot to do with our mental health as well, our cognition, how we respond to things, how we may not have as clarity of mind when we're going through different challenges. And we really have to work toward having a more positive mindset. One of the things I did personally when I was going through my health coach certification was Positivity, a book by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson. And I learned we can actually change the way we look at life and the way we look at things to with a more positive attitude. We can literally change the way we think about things. It's one a simple way to say it is when people, and I'm sure you've heard this, people see a glass of water either half empty or half full. It's just that simple. And we can actually train our brains to be more positive, our thought patterns to be more positive. And that right there goes into our joy as well. That inner feeling that we have, that inner feeling that you just can't say, okay, I'm going to be joyful today. You can be happy today, but joy comes from deep within. So it's how we live. It's a matter of the connections we have, the compassion we have for ourselves. And you will also find that it raises our personal level of confidence, self-confidence, wherever it may be, whatever lack of or confidence you may question yourself on. When you have a good foundation, all of that really just it works together. It's all intertwined. It works together. Yes, we can work on uh, each area separately, but know that it's we're building the blocks for that foundation. And that's why I use and I have learned the word becoming. It's a continuum. You don't just reach a certain point and say, okay, I've reached my goals, I've become my best self. But that is something that will continue on. So if you just keep that in mind, you'll always be better. And as Twyla and I were talking earlier, and it's just particularly, I have to say, in the United States, getting old is something that people don't look forward to. And they start teaching us that old is not good, if you will. And I don't know how many of you can remember the story of, I think it's Hansel and Gretel with the bad witch in it or something. You know, she's an old lady with all these wrinkles and a big wart on her nose or something, or bent over. But as we get older, we want to be the examples and change the conversation. My idols, and I share it with Twyla, one of them anyway, is Ernestine Shepherd. She became, and she's in the Guinness Book of World Records and the other one too. Can't think of the other one right now. But she was the oldest participating bodybuilder, African American woman. So she didn't let anything stop her. There's Barbara, can't think of her last name right now. Hillary, Barbara Hillary, I think it was, but black woman. And she actually went to the North Pole and the South Pole. So as we get older, we want to just live our life. That's where the joy comes in. That's where becoming our best selves. Another one of my idols, if you will, or someone that I look up to or looked up to, and that is Cicely Tyson. I think she was 96 when she passed, and she had an interview about 2 or 3 days before she passed. There's also Betty Reed Soskin, that the oldest, she was 100, she retired, I think, was at 100, and she was the oldest national park ranger. So when we look at age, we don't have to be decrepit. We don't have to, we don't want to be young. We're not chasing our young selves. We're actually using our wisdom and what we have learned and not being quite as reckless as we used to be. And I'll even mention myself because I didn't start really really challenging myself until I was in my 50s. So I consider myself a late bloomer, right? I didn't start playing basketball until I was in my 50s and going zip lining and crawling through caves, climbing trees. So I started living my second life after 50 and on into my 60s. I even did what do you call that? A obstacle course. And I just wanted to challenge myself, just, just that I could do it. And I'm actually looking forward, if you can believe it, to participating in a triathlon. It's in April each year. I thought I was going to be able to do it this year, but oh, not quite there, but that's okay. That gives me more time to train for it to participate next year. And with this triathlon, they call it the Mike and Meaty. Mike, okay, they call it the Meek and Mighty. And it's only swimming, I think it's 8 lengths of the pool, biking 6 miles, and running like a mile or so. So I feel like I can do that. But I know I have to train for it. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's a group of Black women in the Atlanta area that actually started it because they said you just don't see Black folks in triathlons. When I started playing basketball and going to the National Senior Olympics back when I was early 50s, it was just a handful of Black folks. We're getting more involved now, but it's because we are changing the conversation. We can see what is happening with the food that we're eating, with our mindset, with all of the stress that's around us. We are in control of our health for the most part. When President Obama was in office and they were talking about health insurance. At that time, when I was doing speeches, I would talk about health assurance. It's up to us to assure we are our best selves. So we are learning, and I'm still growing as well, so that we can be our best selves, always becoming better than we were. So sorry, I think I got off on a little soapbox there, but it is just so important just to tweak and change our mindset. And I read that even if we just take, I think this particular article said 10 seconds every morning as to what we're grateful for, what that sense of gratitude. And what happens when we start our day that way, our minds, we're training our minds to automatically find other things that we can be grateful for. And it's just simply smiling at someone, or someone smiling back or giving you a hug or whatever it is. We just have to look at those things that we can be grateful for that brings us joy. And that gets back to the connection. We are connecting with not just ourselves and other people, but if we look at that greater source, that source that's greater than we are, be it God or whoever you look at as a greater source, then that's who we're connecting with it as well. So it's all so, so very important. I know a lot of it may sound repetitious, but it's all connected. It is all connected. And as we make those connections, then we become our better self. Anybody have any comments? I see I just got a text from Sonia. Let me see. Just got, ran a little. Oh, it's after 8 o'clock. I didn't realize it. About to end. Um, you can log in now if you like. If you like. Um, I didn't realize we were that close to 8 o'clock. But joy is just so, so very, very important. Is is has this session resonated with you? Can you see the difference? How we go from health span to joy span, and with health span, a lot of times people may use interchangeably health span versus health expectancy. And with health span, they have found that the the oldest living person lived to be 100, a human, I guess, lived to be 122 years old. But theoretically, they have found that if we do all the right things, like eating right, so on and so forth, um, there's a possibility, even though they said it's only theory right now, that a human could live to be 150. But I don't think that would be I know not my lifetime anyway. But the point is, if we take care of ourselves, and like Cicely Tyson, she was doing what she loved right up till 2, 3 days before she passed. So please, please know that everything you're doing is adding life to your years. As I was saying, health span is how healthy we are physically, emotionally, spiritually. All that's a part of health. And joy, that is connected with our spirituality as well. And that inner self that just brings us joy. And then your lifespan, that's actually um, how long we actually live. And Twyla, I see your tweet, and it's actually time to end. But does anybody, would you like to say something? Can you share with me maybe what has stood out to you with JOYSpan? Twyla, you want to say something before you leave?
Let's see, for JOYSpan, let me see, be compatible. I like the term you used, don't deprive yourself, place it. Don't deprive yourself of something, but have something to replace it with. And then the second component was growing, the emotional and physical part of that. And then knowing that, be aware that the adaptation part was being aware that you are changing and growing, and just being aware of that, and whatever that might mean to you. It might be uncomfortable sometimes, it might be, but there's that's going to be a part of the joy span. It's just knowing that you're growing and there are different phases of growth.
Yes,
So
very good. Thank you.
you're
Thank you.
welcome. See
So we'll see
everybody
you
next
next
time.
week, and I'll be sending out the recipes and the links as well. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. So Phyllis, you want to share what you have gotten out of JOYSpan this evening?
Um, yeah, so the biggest thing, and I wish you had spent a little bit more time on the joy span. I know we go a lot over our eating plans and things like that, but um the gratitude component, and that there is a difference between joy and happiness. But if you wake up each day with gratitude, and that doesn't mean that everything is going to be all right all the time, because we know life happens to us all, and so there's always going to be something that's wrong. I mean, that's why we're in the class. We're trying to be a better you, because, nobody has you'll never reach a level of perfection. But the thing about it is, be grateful for where you are. And even if you're at your lowest, if you're at the very bottom, then be grateful that there's no place to go but up. So the gratitude for me was what was paramount this week.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for that. And we have 3 weeks of Joy Span, so we'll still be on it for the next 2 weeks. Rob?
I'll just say that the key thing about joy is that, again, like was just mentioned before, yeah, joy is different from happiness. And I believe that, yeah, definitely gratitude plays a significant part in your joy, being able to appreciate everything around you, nature, just waking up in the morning, being able to just to say, yeah, this is going to be a good day.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Arnita, do you want to share? Do you want to pass? Okay. Sonia, so glad that you came, but it is being recorded. So you will get that. And you heard a little bit from the synopsis from the participants. So glad to see you. Hope your meeting was good. And I will be sending out the video and also some additional recipes and links. Still have your name tag on. So glad to see absolutely everybody. And please, please consider before we leave, Sonia, do you have anything you'd like to share as far as your action plan?
Actually, actually, um, the only thing is that I have the
Oh,
store.
you got them. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to try them. They put some recipes, how to enjoy them on salads and pasta, stir fries, rice, soups, tacos, fajitas, pizza. So it's a whole bunch of little things that I can try it with. So I can't wait to try it. I got pre-bags. So
Okay. You ordered them
I can't wait
from,
to try it.
okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
So
Okay. Well, we are actually a little over, but I want to thank everyone. And please work on your action plan just a little bit at a time. And I will go in and get last week's out to you, plus the links that will include recipes as well as video. And I don't know if I have, was there anything else that someone wanted me to make sure I include? I do have, I will be including, as a matter of fact, um, Rob, I'm going to include the same recipes that I did for Morehouse last night. I'll be sending those out to everyone, and the cornbread is on there. Okie doke. Well, Sonia, glad you popped in. So everyone have a very, very good night. And Arnita, you take care of yourself. And I will be in touch. And Phyllis, you're doing just an outstanding job. So you continue on, my friend.
Thank you. Thanks for saying that.
Absolutely. And Rob, I'm giving you an A for effort because you're really trying. You're hanging in there. So that's good. That's good. And then Sonia got her soy curl, so she's ready to go that way. And I'll find some recipes, even though I know you said there are a lot in there, but there's so much you can do with your soy curl. So just keep that in mind. Yes. Okay, everybody. Have an absolutely wonderful evening and a great week, and you will be hearing from me.
Hey, good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Sunday. Hi, how are you? I haven't read them. Oh, all right. Okay. Yes, yeah, I read them every month. This one's even better. A short one? Mariette did it, right? Mariette doing? Lucretia? Okay. The last one that I read was a little long, and I told Lucretia, I said, congratulations, it was a good, minute. She said, there were some errors in that Marietta. Okay. The one that I like. Yeah. How many times a day do you do that? Twice a day. Yesterday was three. I was like, I don't even go to the bathroom that much. I save my bathroom visits for at night when I'm trying to sleep. Well, yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll read them. Hi, how are you? You just missed the man that works on BaBY? Yeah. Randolph, what's his name? On the 12th floor. Yes. He was just here. Oh, yeah? I thought maybe you'd run into him. Yeah. What was he doing here? Oh, okay. You get it? No. Okay. He's teaching me how to order food from Walmart. All right. And then you have to go after it. Yeah. The thing is that when I tried to do that, what happened was they need your email address. Yeah, if we give it to them, they don't like it. Well, you can't get into it because you don't have your password. Yeah, well, I got them the password. Okay, good. Well, we're working with it. We haven't done it with through for me yet. Yeah. What we did today was she said I could order on her order. Oh, perfect. And just reimburse her. Perfect. So we got some things and I gave her $20. Okay. I think it's gonna be work out. She's real nice. Yeah, yeah. And who was in my what do you call it? Watson and Sherlock. She's in the Sherlock group. Yeah. She didn't know you. Yeah. What's her name? Trish. I think I know Trish. But I told her what a wonderful person you were. Yeah. Yeah. That's my dad. She had a big supper. I gave her probably a little $2. Okay. So she probably got a little poo-poo out. Huh? She got to do a little poo-poo? Poo-poo. She hadn't done that for the day or... Well, what I'm saying is that if you fed her, she's probably got to do a BM. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is recycle. Okay. Yep. Yep. So how have you been? Very well. Good. Any word on your depressant? Any word on who? Your antidepressant. No. Should I call them again? I think you should. Okay. Yep. They should have, in other words, do they stay open all the time? Do they stay open? No, not 24 hours. They won't be open now? No. I'll call in the morning. Yeah. Are you going to work on the bingo tomorrow night? Yeah. You're feeling better? I'm not really, but I'll do it. You don't feel better? A little better. But are you taking any kind of Tylenol? No. It will make you feel better. You think so? I know it will. Yeah. Well, this is 3 weeks now. So that's who Trump endorsed, Burt Jones. Huh? Trump endorsed him. Yeah, but nobody else likes him. Well, the other guy that's running with him is Jackson. He's worse. They're all bad. They're all crooks. Yeah, they're all crooks. Right. Right. Yeah, I know. Let's go. Let's go. Be so patient too. When we're talking, she lays down. Yeah. It's gonna be yeah, she did. It's gonna be a minute. I'm not gonna start your car. One of the things the Sherlock does we worked on the Nancy Guthrie case. Okay. And we all had different ideas about it and different okay. Really, yeah. Get everybody's viewpoint. Yeah. And work on that like we would a real case, yeah. Yeah. You know what I think it is? This FBI has turned into Donald Trump. He got rid of all the folks that knew what they were doing. So the FBI ain't gonna be able to find nothing no more because they're all idiots. Right. You know? And it is an attack on the media. You know what I mean? on what he calls fake news. So somehow he's attached to it because I bet whoever did that, you know, are aligned with him in some way. They do. Yep. They do. Yep. So, but they're not going to be able to. It's the what? 3 weeks? 4 weeks? Yeah. So, but nobody. I think he's dead. The reason I think that is that if they've asked for proof of life several times, right, and they don't get it. Yeah, and whatever happens to the what do they call it? Bitcoin. Bitcoin encryption. Yeah, whatever happened to that? They said they would pay, but then we never heard anything more about that. Did they pay? I don't know. Yeah, but we never heard anything more. The family said we'll pay. And I think they wanted $6 million or something. But we never heard anything more about that. About that ransom. Let's go. Let's go. See you later. Bye. See ya. Hey, how are you? You had a great job on the fourth floor? On the fourth floor? You're on G, right? You're on G. Huh? That was four. What do you do? Oh, see you later. I know what you. Hi, Sharon. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Good. Kiss you one back. That's the ones over here. Hey, Randall. Yeah, you just trying to get Roku on? Yeah, you told her to get a smart TV. They're not that expensive, you know. They're a lot lighter, and you know you don't have to worry about that. Not like she can't afford it. I can't even get to the back of that one to see. And it's a heavy ass TV too. Hey, the way they used to make them. The battery life because it ain't doing nothing when you get the roof. Yeah. And the roof should be a light or something come on. Yeah. Yeah. So I told her if I got the batteries out, bring them and see if check on that tomorrow. But yeah. That's right. Yep. All righty. I just came back from the church. How was it? It was nice. They moved it. It wasn't the chapel. They put it, you know, in the yeah. Yep. Yeah. It was a bigger group too. Good. I'm glad. Yep. The doctor said, looked like bronchitis and gave me some medication. That shit knocked me out. Oh really? You know what? I'm thinking because mine has held on for so long that I might have to go and get it checked out too. Yeah. So I mean, I ate because it said best to take it with food. Yeah. And I ate and I sat down and watched TV. I woke up 2 hours later. Oh, that's almost like that hot toddy we were talking about.
ready? Bella, ready? You ready? I gotta get this. It's so little. Okay, mommy. You ready?